So I was playing the new map Treyarch released not too long ago. What is it? Toten, and I got to like round 2, and I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep because I had a long day, and it's toten. So anyway, I woke up like 15 minutes later, and I looked up, and it was round 20. I had triple pack-a-punch. I had the wonder weapon. My gun was max rarity, and I was on the last step of the Easter egg. At which point I realized Cold War Zombies is missing a little something. You know, I remember when getting to round 10 meant you had the biggest dick at summer camp. Now you actually have to get to round 10 to even start the Easter egg. The thing is, zombies getting easier was bound to happen. Once the mechanics of the zombies are understood, the game becomes infinitely easier. In Black Ops 1, getting to round 10 was fairly challenging until you realized that you could actually walk faster than the zombies could even run, which took a lot of the urgency out of it. Suddenly, in Kino, all you had to do was just leisurely walk your ass to the juggernog machine and you were cruising. You could take a phone call, catch up on some homework, get up from your chair, do some stretches. Until round 30, you didn't have to care. And that was the trend up until Black Ops 3 said, hey, you're gonna need some pen and paper every time you play, dog. To do anything in Black Ops 3, you needed a guide open in your second monitor on your phone. It does not matter. Every Easter egg felt like you were taking notes for a class and the teacher was Pablo Escobar. You were on the clock. And that's how they added the difficulty to the game. Not to the zombies, but to the quests and the wonder weapons. In the Eisendrache, to get the base bow, it's pretty simple. You just fill up the 3 cliffords and you're pretty much done. But to upgrade these bitches, see, that was the true task. There were 4 upgrades to the bow, each of them with their own quest, but make no mistake, they were all pretty decently hard to get. And I remember for the storm bow, you had to land this shot. It was some crazy. You had to land this shot from like Pangea, dude. You had to shoot it back in time. It was crazy. Now compare that to Cold War.
Hey, my man, you dropped your pocket. Oh, it's the wonder weapon.
And all of this brings me to Nightmare, a brand new custom zombies map for Black Ops 3 that was released just earlier today. Now this map takes that difficulty and puts it back into the main mechanics of the game. This map is a true marvel because not only is it a fan-made map created in the Black Ops 3 engine, which is 6 years old at this point, and this map looks better than most of the stuff that's come out of Treyarch in the last year, but it is also what I always thought would be awesome to see in an actual Treyarch map, which is a solely story-driven experience. It is not round-based, there is no pack-a-punch, there's no perks, there's no mystery box, only a map and set events that you experience as you progress through the map. So let's get organized and talk about 3 things that this map does well. 1. Atmosphere. This map easily has a better and more engaging environment than anything that's come out of Treyarch for Cold War. For me, it's a huge downer that we're getting new maps, which is technically better than we got in Black Ops 4's Ether story, but at the same time, they're not actually new or created with the sole purpose of being a zombies maps. They're just imported straight from the campaign missions. Toten looks almost identical to that one campaign and mission in Berlin. Even the Outbreak maps are all imports from the multiplayer maps, and I can't help but feel like that's limiting them in their ability to be creative and true to the zombies DNA. Because one look at Nightmare and immediately you can tell this is different, that there's something going on here with all the goop that looks like expired slime from Nickelodeon. The influences are pretty obvious. This is very much a Resident Evil 7 meets zombies map, but it works and it's fresh and unique. It's not a huge map, but every corner of it is filled with an attention to detail that we haven't seen in zombies since like Black Ops 3. Now number 2 is the difficulty. Like I said earlier, this map puts the difficulty back into the zombies, into the enemies you play against. They give you an ability called Nightmare Mode, which makes you invincible while you're in it. Now, going into this map, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna use that because my mama ain't raised no bitch. I can't handle these zombies. You think I can't handle these zombies? I got annihilated over and over and over again. And just out of pure ego, I just kept refusing to use the Nightmare Mode, but it's just a part of the map. No different than perks or pack-a-punch or wonder weapons. The zombies being complete assholes brought back that sense of panic. Every time one of the intense sequences popped on, I reached for my diapers and just sat in the corner. Remember when we used to sit in the corners for dog rounds? Yeah, that same energy. There was even a lockdown sequence in one of the quests where they replaced the crazy crackhead zombies with just the regular old nanny zombies. And I was just chilling. I was like, yo, this is easy as hell. These zombies seem downright elderly compared to the other ones. Bring back the other ones, honestly. And then number 3, you have the quest. Now the quest reminded me a lot of Resident Evil, like I said, where they have you exploring basically the entire state of Michigan just to open a single door. But it all flowed well together and kept you on your toes at every step of the way. One moment you come down the elevator and you are immediately greeted by the first rush of zombies. And then you have to find an item, and then your search leads you to this flooded room, and you innocently step in only to realize there's a fucking crocodile just chilling in here, and no matter what you do, you just can't kill it. Steve Irwin's worst nightmare, and now you have to juke it by baiting it in one direction and running the other. All that just to get half of a code to the door. Now, to get the other half, you have to go to the other side and get bum rushed by crackheads again. Then you come back and get into the room only to find out that there's another door you have to get through. But to do it, you have to disable the security. And you do that by finding 4 TVs spread across the entire map. Then you have to fight Youre because he's not himself when he's hungry. But you can't shoot him, so you have to find an RCXD car, blow him to Kingdom Come. Then you switch bodies with a robot. Why? I don't fucking know, but it's awesome. But you see, it's very similar in style to Resident Evil, where nothing makes sense and the big tasks are just hidden behind the small tasks. But it constantly has something new to offer you. You know, turning into Ted wasn't enough for you? Well, here's Samantha playing some Mozart as you get dogpiled by zombies. And this is what I always felt Treyarch needed to do. Just have a mode in which there's a very clear ending just through quest. It's kind of what I thought Outbreak would be. But it ended up being just round-based zombies, but in open multiplayer maps. And I thought it would be more along the lines of an intense rush to the objective kind of mode, similar to Left 4 Dead, where it's intense, short but sweet, you know, to contrast their round-based maps, which to do the Easter egg usually takes like an hour or 2. Most of the time in Outbreak, you just find yourself picking up zombies from afar. There's no intensity or difficulty unless you're doing the main objective, which is why I say, why not just make the entire mode just about the main objective? Just rush over to it as you're getting zombies consistently spawning on you, not just have this open world shit with nothing going on. Then once you complete the objective, you get teleported to a different world and you do another quick rush to the objective and repeat that for 5 or 6 worlds and have it progressively get harder with tougher enemies spawning, and you know, that's it. That's the game mode. It would be a lot more engaging than how it is now, because how it is now is just boring. And Nightmare shows that this sort of thing is possible and has a place. If these guys can make an actually original map designed with the intent of creating an interesting zombies experience, then there is absolutely no reason why Treyarch couldn't do the same. But I suspect that since Black Ops 4 went south on them, zombies will continue to be the ugly stepchild in the basement. As for Nightmare, this is a great map. Just on feel and look alone, this was utterly just awesome and got me interested in looking into some other custom zombie maps to play. With that said, that's all for me today. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. And yeah, roll the outro, bitch. Bitch, 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 bitch.